G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 24 of our Beginner's Lightning Caster Paladin playthrough, where at the start of this episode is going to be a little bit of a break from where we were up to in Barrowholm, because, who was it? I think it was 295th Street, 295 Street, who pointed out that, that I got the Seal of the Void on the Paladin today, and I got the Seal of the Skies on the Purifier a couple days ago, or whenever it was. Basically, I got the one I wanted on the Purifier on this character, and I got the one I would have wanted on this character on the Purifier. So, I'm going to go and farm a few a few treasure troves. Which basically is just going to be 4, and if I don't get it, I'll move on, but I'm just going to go and do a little bit of farming, and this is the wrong rift gate. I want Prospector's Trail. I think. Yes. Yes, I do want Prospector's Trail. So, the 4 kind of easy to get guaranteed treasure troves. The first one is in here, and there's 4 different places this one can spawn. So I'm going to go hit all of those different places until I find it. And then we'll move on to the next one, which is going to be Darkvale Gate. Now, I've got a nice run to this first potential location, which of course means it's not there. So if we continue down here, we have 1, 2, and 3 more locations where it could be. I'm going to run through this fairly quickly if I can. Not going to bother fighting anything. I am also going to be skipping totems for this. I'm just here for the treasure troves, because they are a good place to get blueprints, as you can see. My understanding is that treasure troves will try to drop you a blueprint if they can. If it's one you've already got, they will re-roll it a couple of times until they find one you don't have, or I think until it's re-rolled 10 times. And then they'll drop you something else if they still haven't managed to hit one that you don't have. But if you want blueprints, treasure troves are the place to get them. You can also get them from totems. I did say I was going to skip these. Turns out I lied. But we can blow these guys up pretty quick. And I'm not super expecting blueprints from totem, but you can get some. They are also a decent place to get them. And being above level 75, which is where you start dropping the seal blueprints, Oleron's Wrath, not really what I was after. That's fine, we'll pick up the blues and be on our way. And up to Darkvale Gate. Now Darkvale Gate is a good place to get a whole bunch of Phonic Seals of Binding. Also pretty good for XP, and also good for the occasional Blood of Chthon, and a guaranteed treasure trove and dynamite spawn. Every time you come here, you will get a dynamite, you will get a treasure trove. And I guess if you wanted to, you could fight Zarya at the end of it as well. So here's your dynamite, it's always here. Treasure troves spawn in the first spot here, so I won't be going to the other locations. Didn't drop me a good blueprint, unfortunately. Speaking of, make sure you use these when they drop, because otherwise you're potentially going to get duplicates. I could go to the Burrwitch village. Actually, I'll just do it. Why not? There's 2 separate treasure trove spawns that have 3 places they could spawn each. So 2 troves with 3 locations each, so 6 potential locations to find treasure troves. And the hidden island over here has 2 of the 6. So generally speaking, you're likely to get 1, but it isn't guaranteed. And it is possible to get 2. So I think, what, 1 in 6 or 1 in 9? Doing maths while recording is a horrible idea. But there is a chance that we could get 2 treasure troves here. Let's go turn that back on so I can actually break containers. What do we got on these guys, actually? They just got more health. I don't think I care. Judging by the map, I have actually been in here before, so I would bet money the Exalted Stash is already gone. So that's probably what I came in here for. Though there is a Devotion Shrine in here as well, so that's also likely to have been one of the reasons I came here. Okay, so we're on the island. This is one of the hidden areas in Act 1. You're decently unlikely to find it. Let's see if we got any treasure troves today. There's one. So, winner winner chicken dinner. New gun. Unfortunately, it's a lightning gun. Let's just double check the other treasure trove locations, which, I'll be honest, that one was the one I remember. I'm pretty sure there's 2 spots over there where it can spawn. I guess we should kill off a few of those as well. I'm guessing from the looks of it I'm only getting 1. Which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that. 1's more than 0. Right, next up is the Gloomwald. And in the Gloomwald there is a guaranteed 2 treasure troves. This is why it is maybe not exactly my favorite, or rather maybe not exactly the best, but it is my favorite farming area in the game. And you can get through it relatively quickly, especially if you're better about using movement skills than I am. Do we have to worry about Kuba? We do not. So, treasure trove location number 1, just here. It's not here, unfortunately, so it's in one of the other locations. That's fine, we'll head to the other locations in a moment. We do have to make a quick detour, though, into the sewers, or the cellar, I guess, here. Because the second treasure trove is in here. And anyone who's been watching this channel for more than about 20 minutes will know exactly where I'm going. It's right here. Also, that's an ancient totem, so I am going to do that one as well. The Dissenter Epic One-Handed Gun. Are you a fire damage gun? You are not, so you are useless to me. Alright. Let's turn the loot off. And we basically just stand in our seal and blow everybody up. And we have a regenerator here, which actually went down pretty quick. So, happy about that. And this should be the last guy. I heard a purple hit the ground. Olzuin's Flame Spreader. Well, if it isn't yet another 2-handed gun. Yeah, that's no good. Alright, and I'm gonna run through here, like I said, relatively quickly. This is Avarice, my good friend. Definitely has killed a couple of my characters when I was still kind of learning the game. Not that I'm not learning now, but when I knew less, shall we say. Alright, do I get my other treasure trove just here? I do not. That tree is a trap. Alright. Last chance here. There it is. Alright. So we can pretty much just stand here, and all of this will eventually die just from the auras. And kill it a little bit quicker. Alright, last chance. Do I get a seal? Blueprint? No blueprint. Okay, that's fine. So at this point, if I was actually farming, and I was going to make this a why don't I have the Covens Refuge? Let's go get that. I'm gonna need to go back there at some point anyway. But yes, at this point, if I was actually doing a farming run, I would exit the main menu and start again. And you saw the 2 totems, as well as 2 treasure troves just there. That is the Gloomwald run. And at some point, not sure which point exactly, but at some point I'm going to update my farming video, make a more let's call it an updated, higher quality version of the one that I currently have. Or at least the audio will be higher quality. Alright, here's Pakla, and we're gonna... You know what? Let's just kill him. So Pakla, really good if you're doing vitality damage. If you're doing vitality conversion, Primal Strike, you probably want his hat. And of course he's getting healed because of this little punk. And also just because he leeches life. There we go. So Pakla's Visage there. Bleeding damage, vitality stuff. All good to have. How's our bits looking? 3 million and change. I think we're okay for bits. Okay, I'm not sure how I managed to go into the Coven without getting the Rift Gate. I'm also not sure how no one mentioned it in the comments of the previous video. But here we are. So I have it now. I'm just going to vendor all this stuff, and then we will head back to Barrowholm and continue on from, well, Barrowholm. Yes, go ahead and stash all of this. There we go. I should... 3%, no. I already hate putting on the XP set as it is. Right, so we were up to Barrowholm. So let's go talk to Scorv. And we'll get his quests, and then we can talk to his friends. And then we'll head out into the swamp. Now we are going to continue being friends with them, because honestly there's no reason not to, unless you want one of the MIs that you get from killing them. This is not that kind of build, so we stay friendly. Alright, accept these quests, absolutely. And we will be on our way. How is our standing with Barrowholm, actually? Right at the top, honored. Alright, good stuff. So we'll hit the top ward here, then we'll head off to the right. Pretty standard stuff at this point. Reactivate this ward. Everybody dies. First little cage is empty. There we go, starting to see stars showing up on the map here. That, I think, is going to be the mine, is it? Nope, that's another ward. Alright, we let these guys out. Send them back to jump in the pot. And now, one of my least favorite quests in the game is, of course, the mine here. Because you miss one crab, and guess who gets to do the whole mine again? If you guessed you, well, no, it'd be me. But if you're playing along and you miss one, then yeah, you'll get to do it again. Or I guess you could go in there and hunt down the one crab that you missed. Anyway, let's go in. So the goal here is to pretend it's the Den of Evil and kill everything. Now there's one particular type of crab is the actual target, but if you just pretend you have to kill everything, that's usually how I do it, and it works. I think it's the pit creepers, I think, are the ones you have to kill all of. Regardless, I'm gonna try and kill everything, so... If everybody's dead, then I've killed all of the thing I needed to kill. Also, this being the mine, the boss of the end of the mine will drop me a new belt. I'm hoping it's going to be better than the current one. This is a soldier belt, so the Ugdenbog Waste Guard comes from ghost crabs, and the boss at the end of this dungeon is a ghost crab. So it's the Nax and Shade, which will drop a belt every single time. So I will probably, will I? I think I probably will farm a new belt off screen. I'm not going to make you watch me run back and forth to the to this mine and then run through the mine. Usually when I'm farming for a specific item, I don't kill things on the way, I just book it to wherever it is that I'm trying to get the thing. So I wouldn't be killing all this stuff, I would just be running past it. So I'm not going to make you watch that. There we go. I would like another one of these rings, actually. Would probably brick my resistances if I got one, but it might be worth it. Hey, treasure trove. I always forget there's one of these in here. Luminary hat. Okay. The one place that I usually forget to clear is this little section here. There are usually some under the ground here that you have to kind of run into the area to get them to drag themselves out, so that's one area you can miss. There's a couple areas like that where they have crabs under the ground. Speaking of dynamite, there's another one just up ahead, it's always here. I already got that one. That's the quest item. May as well do this while we're here. Lovely. Always fun getting your cooldowns reset. Let's go ahead and turn that off. That's a double rare. Who's left? Ancient Wraith. I think that's everything. What do we get? Earthbound Gun of Ruthlessness. This is what I like to call vendor fodder. Because even though it is rare, it's not very good. So we'll grab this chest as well while we're in here. Sharpshooter's pouch. What does that do? Nothing I'm really interested in. Flashbang's not bad, though. Alright, let's head on down here. And we will kill all the remaining crabs and be on our way. So here's a couple of pit creepers. We have to kill. I have Korvac level up pretty good. The more levels in that, the merrier. Looks like the boys are struggling to kill it. Not really surprising considering their damage is based on my damage. And this character doesn't exactly do a whole lot of melee damage. How does that work actually? Where are they? So they do fire and physical, yeah, so I don't have a lot of fire and physical damage percentage. So they're going to be doing not so much in terms of damage. They're mostly there for the aura. Sorry. They're entirely there for the aura. Okay, +1 Inquisitor belt. Much higher level, and also... yeah, not very good. I am looking out for belts with good resistances on them. And that's pretty much it, really. When I'm leveling up, that's generally what I'm looking for most items. Until my resistances are capped, all I really want is resistances. So once you get to this little number 8 here on the map, just here is where the Naxxon Shade lives. So, I wait for that cooldown because I want that more sort of over here. Okay, here he is. Push all the buttons, do all the damages. Looks like his little Aether Pool is not enough on its own to get through the Inquisitor Seal. But I will be very quickly trying to get out of that. Also, Harmonious on that belt is something I really love to see. There it is, and that is actually, with the exception of Mending giving us minor regeneration that I don't really care too much about, this is better pretty much across the board. So once I reach level 82, that is our new belt. Which is quite good. I think we're still looking for shoulders, aren't we? I don't think that's good. Alright, no level ups to play with yet, and I think we're done in here. I'm pretty sure I've killed everything. Double check the... Well, turns out I was just wrong. Double check the map when you think you're done, and just look for areas that you didn't walk into. For example, just down here, if I was going to have missed anything, would probably be there, so I'm going to poke my head into that little section on the way back. Kind of not really expecting anything to be there, but it definitely could be. Yeah, nothing. That's fine. That's exactly what I wanted to see. And just through this section, I know I stepped in here before, but I'm going to do it again just because, basically, I'm paranoid. There's been too many times where the one monster that I didn't kill was in there, or up on this little platform here. So I do tend to check them on the way out. This is another place where I've missed underground crabs before as well. Sounds like a good name for a band, doesn't it? Underground Crabs. Maybe an STD. Alright, so we're done with the mine. Pretty sure. We'll find out when we get back to Barrowholm. For now, let's go get the last 2 wards and collect the second half of lunch. Which I'm going to go this way first. Alright, ward number 1, or I guess number 2, is up here. Rock Blood needs to die. There he goes. I think we've already got the Leaf Mane Alpha Horn, so I don't really care about that. We will reactivate that ward and come down here for the second one. Or I guess the third one. This will be the last one we need. There we go. Reactivate the ward, lovely, lovely. And now we're heading back up through this stump, round the corner. Lovely little Sunday stroll through the swamp. With angry bear things chasing us. The good thing is we don't have Nemesis with these guys yet, so we don't have to worry about Chupacabra chasing us down, because he lives in this little section here as well. I think he has 2 or 3 spawn locations through here. And he definitely seems to spawn more often than the other Nemesis. Or maybe I just end up in the areas where he can spawn more often. Okay, and it looks like our trapped villages are going to be in the last location we checked, because of course they are. Not really a problem. Just kill off a few of these guys. There they are. Okay, 1 rune thins out the herd. And we send them back. And now we send us back. Okay, now we got a whole bunch of quests to turn in at this point, so let's do the thing with the where is my other equipment gone? And boots, that one. Okay. Pretty sure. Yeah, these pants. Okay, yep. Alright, I'm under control. Panic averted. So we'll go to my good friend Tyvold here. Exterminate. Okay, yeah, well, we successfully did the mine, which is definitely good.
Blessed welcome.
And we're done with him as well, I think. Yeah. So now we can talk to Skorv.
We've always had.
And we can agree to deal with Laria, and we have the Ugdenbog fetish. Now, at this point, I'm going to head back to the Coven's Refuge, turn in a bunch of quests with them as well, while I've got the XP gear on. So we can talk to Garadia.
You chose to, and now the altar of Ratosh is a rare place.
Yep. Okay.
Now that you have, ever since the Ugdenbog fed, yes, deep beneath Ugden. Good.
Alright, there we go. So that's most of level 82. Now we swap our gear back to these ones. Double check that I'm not still wearing Explorer's pieces. We were putting points into Stormbox from memory. I think we're just going to max that out. +7 should do decent damage once it's maxed out with the +7 as well. And we also have a belt to swap in, so decent chunk of extra armor on that as well. And I don't think we even need the anti-venom salve there. Almost certainly going to put it back on anyway, but I don't think we need it. No augment on it as well. Let's just go see if we have an Ugdenbog leather, I think it's called. And if we do have one of those, then if I do have the recipe, I'll try and craft one. Yep, Ugdenbog leather, so I need 4 anti-venom cells for that. So we just do anti-venom cell, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I may have done 5 there. Ugdenbog leather, boom. Alright. So the Ugdenbog leather doesn't have any armor on it. It does have poison and bleeding on it, which is better than just the poison. So I do tend to swap over to Ugdenbog leather on the belt, and occasionally even on the gloves or the boots, depending on my other stuff. Towards the end of a playthrough, I'll usually swap that over. Don't think I'm going to bother trying to farm a new or a better upgraded belt. This one is also quite good to use. Poison and bleeding on it, so I would be short the elemental, but +4 to steel resolve is really good. That's this one. Extra damage to Chthonics and Eldritch, and then Aether and Chaos resistance. Really, really good. But I think we'll leave that for now. I'm going to stash that belt because I'll probably want to use it at a later date. And we do have the whole collection here. Steelheart, Empowered Steelheart, and Mythical Steelheart. So we got the whole set. All these rings. I don't think I'm going to end up using either of those rings, but I'm pretty sure I was keeping them just in case. So hang on to those as well. Let's chuck all of our crafting materials and components and such into the bank, and we're going to sell the rest of that stuff.
Come see what's left of my wares. Put it to good use.
Alright, there we go. Now, I am going to actually stop progress on the story here, and I'm going to go for another run through the treasure troves, because I really want to get my hands on the Seal of Skies, I think it was, for the lightning. So, I will say there'll be no more quest progress for this video, so if that's what you're watching for, go ahead and close the video. But if you just want to hang out while I go farm some treasure troves, probably do a couple runs, and can feel free to watch. If you like to see loot, it's a good way to see it, I guess. So just like last time, we'll head into here, and hopefully this particular treasure trove will be again on the easy to get to spot. Depending on where the rocks spawn in here, it can be quite irritating, frustrating, trying to get to the places you need to get to. Yep, there we go. Blocked the pathway I wanted to use. This one's also blocked, so we're heading back up here. This place can be a bit of a maze when it comes to getting to where you need to go. That's blocked. Looks like we got the worst possible route to get. We're going over here. That's all blocked off as well. Lovely. Alright, no treasure trove. Don't really care about Icrix. Next spot is going to be down here. doesn't look like there's... Did I see a star? I didn't. It doesn't look like there's going to be a totem here either. Which, I mean, it's fine. I'm here for the treasure troves, but totems do drop blueprints as well. So, treasure trove here, totem here. None of them actually there today.
That skill's not ready.
This little platform here can have a treasure trove sort of along this edge here. I am going to fight these two. Black steel gauntlets, no good to me. They could stay on the floor. And this is, I think, the last spot it could have been. So, got to show where they all are, which is always fun. Adversary, I'm pretty sure is a gun. Yep. Getting a lot of guns on the character who doesn't want guns. Okay, once more, running through the Blood Grove. I'm going to skip the totems here, but I think I'm going to clear a little bit of the fog of war, or the black area. Clear this out. Okay. There's actually nothing in this section here. It doesn't actually have anything in there. So I'm going to skip that. I will go to the totem. Why not? Totems can drop recipes as well. Or blueprints, rather. So we'll set up the usual encirclement here. So I do see this guy up here. There's an arcane. I also see that he's dead, which is quite nice. There we go. That's complete. Plague Guard grips, not a bad one to have. And we do have Brutal Axe, which... not really what I'm after. Obsidian Defender, we want Bulwarks. Oh, here we go. Infernal of Protection. Now, ideally I want Durable for the extra physical resistance. However, this one does indeed have 1 additional % of physical resistance. So I guess I kinda have to put it on. So I'll hang on to that for now. Don't have the levels for it at the moment. And let's be on our way up to Darkvale Gate. So, a little bit of a farming episode here, I guess. So when I said at the start that I wasn't going to turn this into a farming episode, I guess I lied, so sorry about that. Alright, heading into the village, and I'm pretty much just here for the treasure trove. I think there's no chance of the totem being here. I'm pretty sure the totem we did down south was in the same group as that one, so it's definitely not there either way. This is my dynamite, and unfortunately I lucked out with the spawn location, so we're going to have to go hit the others. Not that it's particularly a big deal. Just would have been nice to not have to do the running, you know. Potentially in here, there it is. Excellent. Seal blueprint? Eh? Seal of the Shadows, okay, well, it's one less. And we're done here, so back to the Gloomwald. And like I said before, this is one of my favorite places to farm. Partly because of the 2 treasure troves that are guaranteed to be here. Partly because of the 2 or 3 totems. I think it's only 2. But hey, 2 totems is pretty good. 2 totems, 2 treasure troves. Should only take you about maybe 2 or 3 minutes to run through this whole thing. Alright, do we get the treasure trove up here? Doesn't look like it. Nope. Okay. We also didn't get the totem out here, so that's fine. Just means we get it later. We've got Haldra the Bloodlust here. Hakla can also spawn in several areas in here, one of which is just to the north of this building. Not home today, which, I mean, it's fine. Let's go see if Avarice is in her usual spot. I'm definitely not fighting her, but, you know, maybe she'll be home. Not looking good on the ancient totem front here either. But here's a treasure trove. Dynamite is under control. Mythical Serenity Stone. Not really what I'm after, but hey, it's one more blueprint that I can never get again. Avarice is home. And she has a reflective buddy. So I'm just gonna bravely run away. Avarice can be a little bit annoying, especially when you're fighting her on her little platform and she's got her friends there healing her. Alright, so I see my totem. It's my treasure trove. Here he is. Alright, beautiful. Smoldering Tome. Again, not really what I was after. That's all of the treasure troves though, so I'm going to do this totem. And then we are going to reset and do it one more time. Maybe two more. We'll see how we go for time. I don't usually show the farming side of the game, but this is what I do. So when I get to level 94 or wherever it happens to be, this is how I will farm gear for the end. Got a couple of blueprints there. Empowered Lake Plates of Valor. Not going to use them. Alright. So exit to main menu, and we do it again. And once again, for anyone who's still watching, this is what the rest of this video is going to be. Unless I happen to get a very nice item or something, in which case I'll try to remember to point it out next episode. This amulet is quite good. Pretty much everything, 20 to 30% resistances, and I think it's 25 to 35 on all the stats. I could be wrong on the numbers, but all stats, all resistances, and some skill points as well. It's a pretty good amulet. Not for this build, but it's a pretty good amulet. Alright, I think I need to craft a couple more dynamite. So we'll just make a pit stop in Homestead. This is the one downside of doing treasure trove runs, is every single one of them requires a dynamite. But the good part about the smith here is he can craft them. So you do need an Aether Shard. But if you need Aether Shards, you can make them out of crystals. So basically, if you need dynamite, then you want to go do Warden's Lab runs and craft them. Much easier than actually going looking for dynamite proper. Right, so same as last time. We're going backwards through the mountain deeps, praying for the rocks to be in the right place. What do we got? No blockages yet. It's good. It's good. No. Game over. Yep, that's all blocked. That's all blocked. Looks like we can kind of thread the needle here. Come back around. This is blocked. I'm going to be upset. This is the downside for the mountain deeps. Sometimes they just kind of screw you on the rock placements. But, you know, it is what it is. And this is one of the treasure troves that's really easy to get to. Alright, so we'll duck through here. And it does look like we've got a stroke of luck. Here we go. Lovely. Actually wasn't too bad in the end. Seal of Corruption. That is technically lightning damage, but it's not the one I want. I didn't pick it up. Alright, everybody needs to just relax here for a second. Alright. Up to the Blood Grove. And now that we're at a second, this is technically has lightning stuff on it, but it is an Aether seal, not a lightning one, so I won't be using that.
skill's not ready.
Looks like we lucked out on the totems as well, so it's not here, it's not here. Might be down there, but not going to run that far south. So quick run through the village here. I'm basically running up to the dynamite, and then from there I'm heading to the treasure trove locations. All this stuff at the start, you just run past it. Not interested in any of that sort of stuff. Here's our treasure trove, so we cut the run here. Deathborn Scepter. No bueno. Okay, off to Gloomwald. We'll remember to eat that though, so I can't get the blueprint drop again.
That skill's not ready.
Oops. Let's go ahead and sell him that as well. So over 3.5 million bits on this character. It's going to be very good later on for flipping set pieces. I actually haven't looked at the end game Paladin build that I'm going to be using on this character. Since before I started it, so it's been quite a while. Struggling to remember the sets it used. I think maybe... Is it Markovian or Octavius? Might be Octavius. It's probably Octavius. Markovian's more of a soldier thing. Okay. Is Avril going to be home? Take bets now in the comments. Here's our treasure trove, so I don't have to worry about the other one. Not that we aren't going to run straight past both of them anyway. Stormguard legs. Not horrible. Not particularly great either. Alright. Avarice actually is here. I definitely shouldn't be fighting this. There's a level though, so that's nice. There's Haldra. Haldra's getting healed from something. Alright, you know what? I bet it was this guy. Okay, and we're pretty much done here, so let's just leave. Still no... Where are we? Beasts? Yep, definitely. Still no Kuba. If you are looking for Chupacabra, this area is really good for finding him. And that's the treasure trove done. Where's my blueprint? No blueprint, got 2 blues instead. Alright. Let's go one more time, and then I think I'll finish the video, even if I don't have the blueprint. So we summon our 2 bros, and let's sell all that. Alright. First stop is Prospector's Trail. So what I should actually do is go and get the rush skill from the augment for your metal. I should go and get that. Would help a lot with move speed actually. Alright, where are we blocked? It's going to be everywhere, isn't it? Yep. Yep, we're going the long way. Okay, we can duck in just here. As long as this isn't blocked, we're in business. Alright, looking good. And Treasure Trove is here. Beautiful. Icrix is also here, which is, you know, not so good. Blueprint? Seal of Blades. We're actually going to get every seal except the one I want. Alright, that's fine. Seal of Blades. I am going to go back to Homestead because I think I have the augment in the bank. And I do kind of want it. Although where I'm going to put it on my hotbar, that's another question. There we go. I don't really want to move any of these, so 6 is kind of... 6 is kind of out of the way. I don't like using 6. Generally speaking, I don't want to have enough buttons that I need to use 6. 1 through 5 is usually what I want to be using. But I guess
I can't do that yet.
we're just gonna have to deal with it. It's all in the name of going faster, which I do like. That'll do. We'll just chuck a couple down here. I think putting all 5 down is a little bit overkill. Alright, what do we get? Final stop and Spellfire Wand. So basically we got nothing.
Not ready.
So once again, this first little section, pretty much skip it. You will occasionally get a hero through here, and it is worth killing the heroes. They can drop you some nice stuff. Like this one's pretty good if you were playing, for example, no reason why I would give this example, but if you happen to be playing a warlock who was converting Albrecht's Aether to Chaos, that would be a pretty good weapon for you. No particular reason why I would mention that. This totem, if you do get it, consider skipping it. It is actually fairly rippy. I will turn it on, just to kind of show you what I mean, but that totem can be a little scary. So, let's just clear the area. That's pretty much cleared already. Put down all of these. So you get a lot of the big boys, which is good for loot, I will admit, but it's also good for getting killed. Is that everyone? I think that's everyone. What do we get? Frost Girdle, Master's Scepter, Demon Bone Leg Plates, and Lucas Gem, Soul's Touch, Witch Stalker. Right. Let's have a look at these pants. There's pretty much no chance I'm going to use those. Also, we've already got the treasure trove here, so let's head over to the Gloomwald now. 2 more treasure troves remaining, 1 or 2 totems. So potentially we could get something nice. Where is Life Giver Signet here? It's not horrible, but no.
I can't do that yet.
I bet you could if you just tried a little bit, you know? Okay, no. Treasure trove still didn't spawn here, which is fine. Not ideal, but it's fine. Ice Scorn is dead, and didn't really drop us anything. You'll notice this is something I do as well when I'm farming. A lot of the stuff I'll just leave on the floor. If you're not going to use the stuff, there really isn't much need to collect it. Especially if you're already sitting on a huge pile of iron bits. Because if you're not going to use it, then one of 2 things is true. Either you're going to sell it, in which case it's just iron bits, or you're going to put it in your stash and it's just going to clog the place up. So if you're not going to use it, just leave it on the floor, or sell it. You can definitely sell it. Okay, we've got an arcane here, so let's go ahead and blow him up. Preferably before he dispels our everything. Nope. Here we go, I'm seeing auras up here. Alright, 1 down. There's a blueprint. Pretty good. Let's see if we can kill Avarice. Don't like our chances, but it's a definite potential maybe. Alright, down she goes. Lich Guard and the Fate Weaver's Mantle, neither of which are actually any good for us. But hey, more loot. And I did just get finished telling you should leave that sort of stuff on the floor. But it's kind of habit. I'm gonna sell that. Nimble Crest, Shroud of Illusion. Again, not great for this build. So we got one more chance. We have the totem and the treasure trove out here.
That skill's not ready.
Treasure trove's not here, so one more place it can be, just past the totem here. Speaking of the totem, let's go ahead and pop this. Turn that off as well. Saw that one blueprint already. Where are we? Stonewall Defender, Blood Rager's Shoulders. It's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. Alright, last chance. Last shot. Olzoin's Headguard. Okay, okay. Is that the level 75? Yeah, it is. Okay, come on, Seal of the Skies. Nope. Sharpshooter's Glass Eye. Alright, well that's unfortunate, but yeah, I am going to end the episode here. Unfortunately, on a bit of a bummer note, a bit of a downer. But we did get a lot of blueprints for our, what, 20 minutes of farming. So I can't complain about that. But anyway, I'm going to end the episode here, so thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.